let's try to understand this parable in light of what Jesus has just said about suffering. He gives us this parable of a fig tree, and I want to just go back to it and read a couple of those verses that Stephen read. It says, now he tells them a story. A man had a fig tree planted in his front yard. He came to it expecting to find figs, but there wasn't any. And he said to his gardener, what's going on here? For 3 years now, I've come to this tree expecting fruit, and not one piece of fruit I've found. Chop it down. Why waste good ground any longer? But the gardener said, let's give it another year. I'll dig around it and fertilize, and maybe it will produce fruit next year. If it doesn't, then chop it down. In my opinion of interpretation, God is the gardener here. The owner of the fig tree in this story, the one who claims ownership over this created thing, is us, people, humanity. We are the owner of the fig tree, impatient and cruel, ready to commit acts of violence to just wipe something out when we are not getting what we want. We are the ones who see a person suffering and assume they might deserve it. We are the ones who want to write people off when we don't get what we want or need. We want to cut down the fig tree. God is the one who says, I think we should give it another chance. Let me tend the soil. Let me spread grace around and see what blooms, see what grows, see what might produce fruit. God cares for the suffering, is not willing to commit acts of violence to cut something off, but instead to care, to tend, and dig around in our lives to spread grace around our roots as individuals and as groups of people so that we can grow.